Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As promised, here's the Glock 21 Gen 4 versus the Walther PPQ and 45 ACP. We're gonna shoot them one after the other, and we're gonna give you our thoughts on them. They've both been just terrific pistols for me so far. The Walther PPQ and 45 obviously is relatively new, has a little over 100 rounds through it, and this particular Glock 21 has about 300 or 400 rounds through it. So both of them in pretty new condition. Anyway, we've been looking forward to doing this video for you, and we're going to bring it to you next. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, here's the Glock 21 Gen 4. This is a 13 round 45 ACP handgun, double stack. So it does have one more round in comparison to the Walther PPQ 45. But the grip is quite honestly a lot thicker, and it's not comfortable for me personally. The Walther's grip is a lot more ergonomic and it feels a lot better in hand. Here's the Walther PPQ in 45, and I can already tell just by holding it, it is so much more ergonomic. And you can see that the bore axis is a lot higher on this pistol. But man, it just feels wonderful in hand, and you couldn't believe, quite honestly, by holding this gun that it carries 12 rounds of 45 ACP. Trigger on this gun, I already know, is just unbelievable. Wouldn't look at that group. A lot tighter. And quite honestly, I think I was trying to control my trigger press a little bit more with this gun, but it's just easy to control your trigger reset and everything because it's so smooth. The trigger on this is so glidey. You know, it's not like the Glock where it's a little bit spongy.
Yeah. Nice job with the Walther, man.
Alright, so this is round 2 with the Glock 21 Gen 4. I shot it quite poorly the first time, so I'm going to try to tighten up that group and get used to this trigger a little bit more. Obviously, as you saw with the Walther group, I'm very used to that trigger, and it's just a dream, you guys. It's unbelievable how good it is. That recoil spring on that is really tight. I could just say from right now, just shooting this, these sights are not precise at all. Like, I mean, I'm not intentionally trying to jerk the trigger at all, but I'm hitting in the stomach area when I was at first trying to aim for the upper chest, so just something to mention. Trigger is definitely a little bit more gritty as far as before you hit the wall. The brake is pretty good on it though. Alright. I think it was actually me pulling the trigger a little bit hard. So that's easy to do with the Glock. You can really accidentally pull that trigger a little too hard because here's your somewhat gritty feeling as far as in the trigger, and then it hits the wall, and then you have a little bit of creep, and then it breaks. So I think I was hitting the wall and somewhat trying to pull a little too strong probably through the wall, and I was pulling the front of the pistol down a little bit, and that's why, as you see the group, I was hitting low a little bit, and then my last 3 rounds I actually hit in the upper chest. So the trigger is definitely more easy to manipulate on the Walther PPQ, and you know, because of that, I honestly personally prefer the Walther PPQ trigger. We'll see what you think, Beretta Senior.
I'm looking forward to shooting them. I will repaint this target, and I'll be right with you guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, my turn for the Walther PPQ and 45 ACP. Young Beretta shot it better, the Walther PPQ and 45, and he did not really care for the Glock 21.
I just can't shoot it very well, you guys, and I think it's because of how not so ergonomic the grip is in comparison to this gun. The grip is just amazing in comparison.
Okay, what I think is the frame of the pistol, the frame of the Glock 21 may be bigger than he is used to having or shooting, along with the Glock trigger not being quite as refined as maybe the Walther PPQ in 45. I give you that. I swear to God, this thing is less than 4 pounds on the trigger pull. I bet it's 3.7 or 3.8 or something like that. I have a lot of guns and a lot of Walthers, and this thing is just really light. So that's my take on it. I think a little bit better ergonomics, a little bit better trigger pull, and the frame of a gun that fits a little bit better in his hand could make the world of difference for him. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot the Walther PPQ in 45 and we'll see what I think of it. Wow, it's an amazing gun. Wow. Okay, so obviously I shoot it well. It feels great in the hand. There is that a little bit of jump to it with it being a 45 ACP and having a little bit higher bore axis to it. I've been shooting a lot of 9mm and 40s lately also, but it does seem that the 45 has a little bit more recoil. The first round and or maybe the second round too, I felt the recoil kind of jumping up, and then I kind of really bared down on it and got it under control and snugged it up and got a firmer grip in my hand and felt like I was controlling the recoil a lot better. At that point in time, the group was about 2 inches or whatever. So anyway,
I did the same thing.
Yeah, it's a great gun. Okay, now we'll go to the Glock 21. To me, it's been the king of the hill. We've already talked about the Glock 21 holds 13 rounds. The Walther PPQ in 45 holds 12 rounds. So you're giving up 1. If you're 13 plus 1, you're 14 rounds here. If you're 12 plus 1, you're 13 rounds there. So not a big deal as far as the difference in rounds are concerned. Really easy to find Glock 21 mags. Not so easy to find Walther PPQ 45 mags. But if you can find them, pick them up if you're going to own a Walther PPQ in 45. Remember, you should have at least 6 magazines for each one of your guns. At least that's my opinion. Have 6 magazines for each go-to-war type guns. Recoil to me is a little bit easier to control. Not as much muzzle flip in the Glock 21 as there is in the Walther PPQ in 45. I did shoot the Walther a little bit more accurately, but it is about 1 yard closer to me in distance. So the Glock group, I dropped 2 out of like of a 3-inch group on the target, so I'm pretty happy with that. I did have a good string going where they were all like around the 2-inch mark until it got a little bit wider.
But also these sights aren't precise at all.
No.
Just standard Glock sights.
No. Yeah.
Plastic.
This is standard plastic sights, but these sights on my Walther PPQ and 45
are also plastic.
Also the plastic standard sights. So I don't think there's a win either way there. If it's going to be your gun, your go-to gun, then you should change the sights. Absolutely. But go ahead and show the target so you can get a good idea of what the groups were.
So which gun do you think shoots better and you like better overall?
Well, I think the Walther's a little bit tighter overall, but I like the recoil control of the Glock 21 and of it staying down a little bit more. The Walther, unless you really bear down on it, is going to have a little bit of a flip to it. They're just 45 ACP pistols, guys. You get used to shooting them. You either control them or they're too much gun for you and you step down to a 9mm or 380 or maybe even a 40. But they can be controlled and you can get used to shooting them. Well, if you're going to carry a 45 ACP, you just need to practice with it a lot. Obviously, this is a full-size Glock 21, and my EDC pistol has been the Glock 30. So I carry a Glock 45, and as my everyday carry. There's a difference in size.
And for the record, I shoot this gun amazingly well.
Yeah, you do. You shoot it well. And there's a difference as far as the grip is concerned. But, you know, if you're going to carry it, you got to practice with it. There's just no way around it. And the more you practice with it, the better at it you're going to get. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. The Glock 21 versus the Walther PPQ 45. If you're an owner of either, you're already winning. You know that. If you like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more guns and gear videos coming up in the future.